Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm looking at this monster, and today we have a ton of Star Wars: The Black Series news to get into, including information on Haslab, Black Series, and so much more. So you guys don't want to miss this episode. Make sure you go down and hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Star Wars: The Black Series news. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. First up, kicking it right off with the Haslab news. For Hasbro Pulse Premium members, Hasbro just launched this new program for the next 24 hours as of the time of filming this video. It runs from December 18th at 12 p.m. Eastern through December 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern. So at the time of filming this, we are about like an hour into it. But basically, it's called Haslab Vault. And Haslab Vault is basically bringing back some past Haslabs for Pulse Premium members to get the opportunity to get it if you'd like. Quite interesting. But the thing that I thought was most interesting, and I do want to make this clear, this is not for like failed Haslabs like the Rancor or the Reva lightsaber. It doesn't include that. It's only Haslabs that have passed, but it was only very select few Haslabs. For example, none of the TVC stuff was up there. I'll throw up a photo of everything that was available, but there was some like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters, but no Star Wars, which was really interesting to me. Not sure what's up with that. Maybe there just wasn't enough Star Wars supplied to go around for it, but it's just weird not to see the Star Wars ones in there, especially for the people who pay for Pulse Premium that are Star Wars fans. You know, you're paying for Premium, you want the extra perks of stuff like this that you don't really get because it seems like Star Wars is left out of a lot of those Pulse Premium perks. But overall, I think the idea is really, really interesting, and I really hope that that means that this opens the opportunity of realiving dead Haslab campaigns. I know that's a stretch, but I really think that that's something they might be leaning to. We'll have to wait and see, but if they're able to bring back old Haslabs, I don't think there's any reason why they can't instate Haslab campaigns or just make them with shorter amount of supporters. I don't know, it's weird, but I'm sure this opens the opportunity for something more for us Black Series collectors. We'll have to wait and see though. And speaking of Hasbro Pulse Premium, there's been a lot of confusion going around the community. What happened with some of the Hasbro pre-orders recently, especially with that Super Battle Droid and C-3PO 2-pack. Here's actually a post from Yakface talking about it as well. But I do have some insight here. Basically, what the confusion was about was there was no pretty much press release saying that the Super Battle Droid would be a Pulse Premium exclusive for the first hour, and then it would go up for everybody else the hour later. And a lot of people were upset about this because they got there right at, I believe it was 1 Eastern to go ahead and pre-order this thing, and they couldn't because they weren't a Pulse Premium member. And so a lot of people were really upset about that nobody knew that this was a thing. And yeah, that is really frustrating. Hasbro should make it very clear that things are going to be exclusive for up to an hour beforehand. Anyway, though, according to Hasbro, though, some people went ahead and asked Hasbro, and according to Hasbro, all future Hasbro Pulse exclusives will have that like hour period when they first go up to where it's only exclusive to Hasbro Pulse Premium members, and then the following hour it will be available to everyone else. And I gotta say, I know this is upsetting to a lot of people, but I think it's a really dang good idea. I mean, I've been a Hasbro Pulse Premium member for almost 3 years now, and we're just now getting Pulse Premium member perks. Like, back when it first started, different people would get the, like, oh, hour beforehand pre-order window. It was every Hasbro line but Star Wars. And so Star Wars is finally getting some of those perks. And, you know, as a Pulse Premium member that's 3 years into this and have paid $150 to Hasbro, it's really nice to finally start getting those perks. And I know a lot of people might be saying it's frustrating because some of these pre-orders might go out of stock before everybody else gets a chance to pre-order it. And I'll just one-up you on this one, basically saying the Super Battle Droid and C-3PO 2-pack, it's been like a week since this thing has went up for pre-order, and it is still available right now on Hasbro Pulse. Go check it out if you wanted. You missed it originally. So I think that's a good thing about Hasbro Pulse is they tend to keep really good stock of their inventory. And so because of that, I don't think this is going to be a big problem. We'll have to wait and see, though. I know this kind of happened with the Starkiller set, the deluxe one, where everybody thought it was going to sell out really fast, and it stayed in stock for a really long time. So, fingers crossed, but I think this is a good change for Pulse Premium members. Next up, we actually do have some in-hand photos of the brand new Book of Boba Fett wave from Corellian Customs on Instagram. He actually has a full review of these figures up on his YouTube channel. It'll be linked in the description if you do want to check it out. I highly suggest going and watching those videos, but we do have some nice in-hand photos here, and I gotta say, I'm really dang excited for this Mando figure. The other three we'll definitely get into here, but this Mando looks incredible. Brand new mold, head to toe. I love the soft goods cape. I really like the figure. It's going to be one of those where I have to wait and see and get it in hand to fully judge it, but just from the photos here, it looks incredible. It even has like a little belt loop for the Darksaber here, which does have that removable blade as well, which is super cool. I know we did see that with pre-Vizsla, but it's nice to see it again on this Mando figure. And yeah, this just seems like it's going to be a huge upgrade compared to the previous 17,000 other Mandos we've gotten in the line. So really excited to see this one. There is also the Tusken Raider, which looks surprisingly better than I thought it was going to. It looks pretty dang good, and I like the nice like printed pattern that's on his cloak. And then there is the Pike Soldier as well, which I'm not as excited about. It's not one that I'm like really need to army build, but if it goes on clearance, I'll probably pick one or two of them up. But yeah, pretty solid wave. Make sure you go check out Corellian Customs video, link in the description. And yeah, I'm super excited for this wave. Cannot wait to get some of these figures in hand. Next up, this one is really sad, but it looks like about 1,100 jobs at Hasbro have been lost recently due to just the lack of toy sales over the Christmas season, which is really, really sad. You know, I know Out of the Basement brought this up, but you've seen this, the CEO and some of the higher executives making millions and millions of dollars, and yet they're letting 1,000 people go during the holiday season. It's just really sad to see. Anyway, last up in the news, this was posted by McFarland Toys themselves on Instagram, and I'm really excited to see what's going on here because this is really strange, but basically, it looks like McFarland Toys and Hasbro are going to be collaborating on figure lines in the future. I don't know what this means. Basically, it said that Hasbro and McFarland will be working together on multiple figure lines spanning multiple IPs in the future. We don't know any other information but that. We don't know if like that means DC is coming to Hasbro or Marvel and Star Wars is going to McFarlane. We don't really know any of the details. We don't know if this is going to be a brand new figure line altogether, but there's something going on here, and it's really strange for two competing figure lines like this to come together. So we'll have to wait and see. I just wanted to make sure it's on y'all's radars because it's some pretty big news, and I don't see a lot of people talking about it. So yeah, quite interesting. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this, as well as all the other stuff in this video as well. I'd love to see your guys' feedback, and that is going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed, the like button, subscribe, consider hitting that join button down below. Thank you so much to all my channel members. It means the world to me, and I'll see y'all in the next video.